NBC News correspondent Daniele Hamamdjian joins us now from Tel Aviv with the latest. Danielle, good morning. So talk about, first of all, how are these released hostages doing? What do we know about their conditions?
Yeah, good morning. And one can only imagine what it's like being their parents this morning, not only waking up knowing that they're alive, which they didn't know for 470 days, but that they can actually take these women in their arms. And over to Gaza for the first time in a very long time. The skies over the Gaza Strip are quiet and clear. No Israeli drones, no Israeli fighter jets. How long will this last? No one really knows, but the focus is on taking this an hour at a time, one day at a time. As you mentioned, the women had an initial medical assessment and were reunited with their families, and some really emotional pictures there, looking at their reunion with their mothers. Now, of course, at a distance, they seem well. They're on their feet. They're smiling, but that's on the surface. There will be, of course, further tests to be done, the psychological implications of being in captivity for well over a year. I mean, it's complex, it's delicate, and that'll be of great concern. The medical staff have been preparing for this. They knew more or less how to prepare. They've been through this before, back in November 2023, but more than a year has gone by, and so they did not know exactly what to expect from what condition to expect these hostages in. Emily Damari, who is 28 years old, she is a British citizen. She was seen with a smile on her face, her bandaged hand, having lost 2 fingers on the day she was abducted, October 7th. She was shot that day. She is from Kibbutz Kfar Aza. She was abducted, and she was seen, smiling yesterday. And her mom, in a statement, said this morning, Emily is doing much better than any of us could have anticipated. So good news there.
Absolutely, Danielle. I mean, you're right. The images of these women embracing their loved ones, it offers a glimmer of hope after so many months of uncertainty and despair for these families. But we do have to keep in mind there are many more hostages whose families are awaiting their return. Talk about the timeline for the release of more hostages, including the 3 American hostages presumed to still be alive.
Yeah, the next hostage for prisoner release will happen on day 7. That takes us to next Saturday, February 1st, and we understand, according to a senior administration official, that 65-year-old American Keith Siegel, he will be released on day 14, and so, forgive me, that will be February 1st. Soon after, we will see 36-year-old Sagi Dekel Khan, who is understood to be injured, and this entire process, the first stage, which is lasting 42 days, it will happen on a weekly basis up until the very end. Last week, all the other hostages will be released. There will be 5 remaining Americans after that, dead and alive. They are expected to be released in phase 2 of this deal, if we ever get there, Joe.
All right, Danielle, appreciate your reporting. Thank you so much.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.